Right, William just talked a bit about how he's been developing his back bridge and crab. So I'll just talk a little bit about how, if you're going to do the exercise, you can take it in easy stages. Now, as you'll have seen, William uses a Swiss ball to warm up on, to stretch, to get his confidence, and that's very good, particularly if you've got a Swiss ball, obviously. But sooner or later, you'll probably want to try it without the Swiss ball, and you may not have access to one. So you can break it down into steps and stages to try. One of the first things we tend to recommend is that you have a cushion or something. This is actually a sandbag, but basically whatever you use, simply something to protect your head a little bit so you're not pushing the surface of your head into a really hard surface. It's no fun, there's no point to it. You know, just something like a cushion. Failing that, wear a thick hat. You can see I probably would need to. Now, that said, taking it one stage at a time, here I am just with my back flat on the floor, feet on the ground, shoulders on the floor, and at this point I don't really need to rest my head on the cushion. All I'm doing is lying here. So, stage number one, my hands are down by the sides of my body to support myself, and I bring the hips up, and that's really what I'm doing here, is just a hip raise. You can do this as a core exercise, an abdominal exercise if you like. But just basically get used to supporting your weight. You can raise the hands off the floor then. Supporting your weight on your heels and on your shoulders. When you're comfortable with that, you can move on to the next stage, which is to put weight on the head. Now, ideally, when you're doing an exercise like this, you actually want to put the weight onto the forehead. People always think the back of the head because they think, oh, I'm going to arch my neck too much, but ideally you want to aim for the whole forehead. However, that takes both practice and confidence to develop. So before you get there, what you're probably going to want to do is put your hands behind your head, come up onto the hips, make sure you feel comfortable. One of the reasons this piece of wood is there is just to give something to push against. Okay. Now my shoulders, as you can probably see, are off the ground, and I'm supporting my weight basically on my head. Puts a lot of strain on the neck here. Okay, so take it easily. I can roll backwards and forwards, but take that easy as well. Put my hands down to support myself if I need to steady myself. Walk my feet in a little bit, but basically just get comfortable in the position. From there, the next stage is to roll more onto the forehead and walk the feet in a little bit so that you're comfortable. And then when you're ready, eventually you can move on to pushing up, but I won't even demonstrate it at this point. You want to get used to this position first. Ease yourself back out of the position, and there you go.